Last spring, I found myself getting an ultrasound, a procedure I didn't expect to experience until I was pregnant. The ultrasound showed slow blood flow and led me to my first x-ray. The x-ray revealed a blurry shadow in my chest. That led to my first CT scan. A strange mass near my heart led to my first biopsy, my first surgery, my first IV, and my first stitches. I had an AP chemistry test that day. I had a National Honor Society meeting after school. I had to wait tables that evening. That test would not be taken. That meeting would not be attended. That table would not be waited, at least not by me. Needless to say, I didn't continue my carefully planned life, and I would never go back to it. That was Tuesday. Friday, I was diagnosed with primary mediastinal B-cell lymphoma. Cancer. I had cancer. I have cancer. I didn't cry like my mother quietly did when she excused herself from the room. I didn't demand confirmation and inquire about other diagnoses or question the validity of the results like my father. I wasn't angry like my brother. The first words out of my mouth were, "Okay, what comes next?" My reaction to my diagnosis reflects my approach to life. I never stop. I have been told repeatedly to relax, stop working so hard, and to simply enjoy life. Even while I struggled with anxiety and depression, I have never let either slow me down. I accepted that my life has always going to be a challenge by unexpected panic attacks, nights of restless sleep, and days where an eternal dirt nap sounded extremely appealing. But I kept running 1,000,000 miles an hour to ensure myself a successful future. Cancer stopped me cold, tripped me, bound my feet, and forced me to change my view. Cancer is different. I can't hide cancer. There is nothing more blunt than a bald 18-year-old girl walking through the halls at school, weakly being dragged by her dog through the neighborhood, or stopping by the grocery store. I can no longer blend in or desperately hide behind the curtain of normalcy. Once the comfort blanket was ripped away, I felt naked, but free. I finally embraced what I had been told for years. There is no such thing as normal. We are all individuals with separate gifts and talents that define us. The phenomenon of normalcy is simply non-existent. Humans can be categorized into hundreds of different groups, but which group would be deemed normal? Which group would serve as the control group in an experiment encompassing all of humanity? Lying in bed, self-consciously rubbing my newly shaven head, the absolute ridiculousness of mythical normalcy that I had been striving for finally struck me. In those weeks, I gained and lost 20 pounds, started treatment that requires pumping poison into my body, acquired a complete aversion to almost all foods, and have been blessed with a revelation that only something as awful as cancer could bring me. My life had to be put on hold. Someone had to push the pause button. I needed to stop in order to see the absolute beauty and value of the present. I lost my high school years to collegiate preparation. I cannot continue to live only for the future. This past week, I've spent an unprecedented amount of time with my family. I have realized that I enjoy sleeping with my younger brother at night. I have found that my mom could actually be wonderfully sarcastic. Cancer has caused me physical pain, emotional turmoil, psychological breakdowns, and has ultimately saved my life. I never would have dreamt a life-threatening disease would save rather than destroy my life. Life is all about relationships. How people are treated and how we treat ourselves determines who we are and what society is and will become. 2 weeks ago, I had applied to 7 universities and had applied to a different major in each. As I write what my goals are and how I plan to achieve them, I am relieved that I have finally found an answer to the often asked, "So what do you want to do with your life?" I want to become a nurse practitioner. I've decided to go to the University of Virginia and apply to the College of Nursing. Now this decision and new life track may change within the next week, but the point is, I now have a new direction and motive for any career I pursue. I wish to take the time to improve my relationships. I want to help people, be with people, and make a difference in people's lives. I know that I am meant to work with people, and would like to work with people who need and want my help. I have been inspired by the dozens of nurses that have taken care of me and introduced me to the whole new world of hospital living. The kind smiles and friendly apologies when they wake me up at 4 a.m. almost make me not want to kill them. Small daily interactions are how lives are truly changed, and that's what I want to do. Change lives.